So does the removal of unconditional offers affect people who have already accepted them?
So I think this is a really interesting question, and I wasn't entirely sure. Removal kind of does suggest taking away something that somebody already has. So I wonder whether this relates to a moratorium on unconditional offer making that was put in place. So just to kind of go back a couple of months, when it became clear that coronavirus was going to have a significant impact, and it became clear that lots of things were going to be on lockdown, that exams wouldn't happen, so on and so forth. The universities minister kind of stepped in and said, we know that some universities are making unconditional offers to applicants who don't have results yet. We already have concerns that those are pressurising applicants into making decisions they wouldn't have made otherwise. And we're really worried that this situation is going to prompt more universities to make more unconditional offers, and more applicants are going to make decisions that aren't the best decisions for them as a result. So she stepped in and effectively said, I am going to ask that nobody makes an offer at all. And it was effectively building in a period of breathing space where universities and applicants alike could just pause and think through what they were going to do off the back of the crisis. So in that sense, there was a really strong call that unconditional offer making just wouldn't happen anymore. And the government, the Office for Students, are very unsupportive of unconditional offer making in most circumstances. So that moratorium has stopped now, and offers are still being made. So if you have already received your offer, if that was made to you before this happened, there is no expectation that that offer would be changed or taken away from you. And it's really important to remember your offer does form a contract. It's a legally binding contract. So it's an interesting thing that I think sometimes you don't necessarily consider as an applicant, but you are protected under consumer protection law. So if all of a sudden you've accepted an unconditional offer, and then somebody tries to change the terms of that offer, whether that's to say, actually, you need to get certain grades now after all, there is law to protect you against that kind of practice happening. So if you find yourself in that situation, you absolutely have the right to challenge that with the university.
Yeah, I think that's good to know, because I'm sure students, obviously, this is their first time, most of them, applying through UCAS. So it's a completely new experience and they don't know about all these things. So I think, yeah, thank you for clearing that up.
No problem. I think that in some ways that's a really good situation, because it means that often applicants don't need to know that that protection exists, because universities do play fair and do abide by the rules. But yeah, absolutely, just be aware that if you find yourself in a situation where you feel that that contract has been unfairly changed for you, then you have the right to challenge it.